We are in the middle of one of the coldest winters that New Zealand has seen in a very long time, and I wish that I was like 35 weeks pregnant with all this padding and the baby to keep me warm, but no, I am only 6 weeks pregnant. Hi guys. So today I'm going to do my 6-week update for you guys. I said on my Facebook page that I actually wasn't going to do this update, but I decided to do it for you all because on Friday we had a scan to make sure that there was a heartbeat, which I'll go into in a minute, and that scan dated us 2 days back from what we originally thought we were. So today I am actually 6 weeks and 5 days instead of being 7 weeks, which I thought I was going to be today. So I thought, well, why not get a 6-week update up while I'm still 6 weeks. The scan that I had on Wednesday showed that I am now due on the 2nd of March, not the 29th, which I'm quite happy about because I didn't want a leap year baby. And I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go on the day anyway, and knowing my luck now that I'm due on the 2nd of March, I'll probably go 2 days early and go on the leap year. I don't know. But yeah, so today I am sitting on 6 weeks and 5 days pregnant. I'll be 7 weeks on Wednesday. And so we had the scan to make sure that there was a heartbeat because the earlier scan was just too early to see that. And so my mum and my husband came with me and I was sitting there and I was just so nervous. I've never been so nervous for pregnancy as this time. It's when I was pregnant with Jaden, I was young, I had no idea of the complications that could happen, and I just had no fears at all, and luckily everything went well. Before I fell pregnant with Bentley, I lost a nephew to Patau syndrome, which is one of the trisomies, and it was a chromosomal disorder. So with Bentley, we were very scared for the 12-week scan because then all of a sudden I knew that there were abnormalities that they could pick up and all that kind of thing. But then once we got past the 12-week scan, I kind of felt very confident about it. This baby, I am just a nervous wreck. I think I've heard a lot of different stories between, like, in the last 3 years. I've had a lot of friends have issues with their pregnancies and their babies, and then all of my issues now that come with this pregnancy. So I was a nervous wreck when we went into the scan, but she put the Doppler on and I saw that the baby had grown straight away, which was like amazing. And I saw the heartbeat straight away. The technician had to show Mum and my husband kind of where the heart was, but I saw it flickering straight away. It was only faint, obviously, like it probably had only just started beating, but we saw it. So this was our scan. So, I mean, it's still nothing major, but if you go back and watch my 6-week scan, you'll see that, like, the sack's definitely bigger, and our baby is a lot more obvious. Like, this is the baby. Yeah, he's obviously bigger than the last one. Obviously, he's not that big. I keep calling him a he because I'm just so used to calling my kids he. A lot of people are asking if I have like a thought of what it would be, like an inkling yet, because I'm always calling it a he, but generally I have no inkling what this baby is, and I just usually call it a he because that's what I'm used to calling it. Symptoms this week, oh my goodness, I think I've experienced every symptom under the sun. The first thing that was horrible was just after I filmed my 5-week update with you guys, so I was still in my kind of I was kind of at the end of my 5th week. I ended up with a bowel obstruction. Now, a lot of people are saying that constipation is very normal for pregnancy. This wasn't constipation. I know what that is, and I also know what a bowel obstruction is because I have had many of them with the issues that I have going on inside me. I went from like that morning kind of having the upset tummy and having to run to the toilet all the time, like I talked about in my last video, and then by that afternoon I couldn't go, but I had all this pressure in there like I needed to, and I was actually in pain, like it was a sore pressure. And I kept going to the toilet just over and over and over, and I didn't actually need to do anything. Like, I didn't feel there was a pressure, but like when I kind of tried to go, it didn't feel like anything needed to come out or anything like that. So I started realizing that I had a bit of a bowel obstruction, which can happen with me. My adhesions just kind of tie around the bowel a bit, or even in this case now, one of the adhesions might just been stretching and blocking it a bit as my uterus is stretching. It lasted for about 2 days. It was horrible. I got no sleep because even when I do finally get a little bit comfortable, I can't sleep when I have them because I feel like I know that I haven't been able to go to the toilet, so like my mindset's kind of stopping me from sleeping. And that was really terrible. It was horrible, because then it was in the midst of all my other symptoms going on. I just hated it, and I was like hoping I wouldn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that. I posted a picture on my Facebook page showing you guys I was eating the brown sugar, because those that don't know, it's kind of an old wives' tale that it helps with constipation. I knew it wasn't, but I just wanted to sort something out that I could get out. So as this week has gone by, it has kind of fixed itself. It's got a lot better, and now kind of my bowel habits are up and down. Some days I'm having a real tough day. I don't know if it's still bowel and obstruction or constipation, and then some days it's working fine. Right now I am comfortable and everything's working fine. So I think generally I'm just back to those pregnancy hormones, and my digestive system is just up and down. The other symptom that I've had, I've had so many symptoms this week. It's like pregnancy really has just kicked in full force. The big one is my tummy. I just, like, along with my digestive system, it just doesn't know what it wants. I am actually now feeling very, very queasy to the point, like I don't want to eat. And it's so weird because I didn't have this with the other kids like as much, but I actually don't want to eat, and nothing seems good, nothing sounds good. And with that comes like extreme hunger. Like I know that the hunger is all part of it, and my body is working full time to get everything going and support the baby, and I'm just using all the fuel that I've got, so I'm constantly hungry. But because I don't want to eat, that hunger is horrible, so I end up just on the couch like feeling majorly sick and just yuck. Yesterday I was sitting there and I was just saying to John, I'm so hungry and I want some lunch, and he was like running around trying to find me something. I was like, don't feel like that, and he ended up making me some spaghetti that I kind of forced myself to eat. But I think just the two in hand just suck. And so along with the not wanting to eat and all that kind of thing, I think I'm losing a bit of weight. And I think that's because my body is like using the fuel in what I do eat to like help this baby and just to get me through. And I don't think I'm kind of restocking like I should. Like I know that I probably should be eating a lot more. When my hunger pains hit, I should be eating. I generally do, but I'm making sure that if it's not an actual meal time, then I'm just eating fruit or something, because I am very conscious of the weight that I will put on. By no means I am not starving myself. I am just not reaching for chocolate and ice cream and anything to fix the hunger. So I think I'm losing a bit of weight because I'm not quite keeping up with what my body's using. But I'm not starving myself or anything like that. I mean, if I was to starve myself, then I'd be dead. Like, those hunger pains are awful. Like, I do have to cure them. I just try to reach for something a little bit smaller instead of having like 8 huge meals a day, which I kind of feel like, but then I don't because of my stomach. I don't know, my stomach's playing havoc on me at the moment. I'm still extremely tired. I wake up tired, and by lunchtime it's hitting. Today I'm actually not too bad, but I think it's because we got up late, and I've had a shower and been cleaning up, so I've been keeping myself busy, but I'm sure it will hit soon. And my boobs are still so sore, like sorer than last week when I talked to you guys. They are just, it got to the point like I would like take my bra off and I felt like they were falling from like the height of the house to the ground. Like oh my goodness, they were just so tender, and like the nipples were like I would hop in the shower and they would burn from the water, and it almost reminded me of that. I felt like I'm already breastfeeding and everything's going wrong, because I'll talk about it in another video, but I do not breastfeed well. My body just can't do it. But I just felt like I had just had a baby, and I'm already feeding and cracked and sore, and it actually started like replaying in my mind. I was like, oh my goodness, I still have to go through breastfeeding, you know. But I found like kind of yesterday, today, they've calmed down a lot. But in the last week with all that pain, they have grown massively, and they are just full. Like, my boobs are just full. They're not kind of what they used to be. They're actually, I don't know, I guess they're the kind of boobs that people want. I don't know, because I've got quite big ones, and I sort of had like mummy boobs, and then all of a sudden they're like full and like right there. So I've had to buy new bras, and I find that I'm losing a bit of weight in my tummy just with my eating issues, but then like all my clothes are really tight around my chest, so I can't win. But those are my symptoms this week. The other thing is I just get a few pimples, and because I'm breaking out a lot, I do wonder if I'm having a girl. I'm not saying that because obviously people are like, oh, you want a girl. I'm saying that because like just the myths, and from friends that I know they've had little girls, and they say things like that, just that the little girl is taking the mum's beauty from her, sort of thing. I just feel like my face has been really dry, and I've just got so many pimples, but hey, it's easy enough to cover those up. Quickly, I just want to show you guys, like every week I'm going to talk about things that we buy and things that we receive and all this kind of thing. This week, like the last few weeks, we've had so much support, so much like happy wishes for us, and people, you know, just saying how happy they are for us. One of my best friends, Mandy, that I've known since high school, you know, we were each other's bridesmaids and all that kind of thing. She sent me a present in the mail, and it was from Wild Poppy in New Zealand, and it was just a bunch of muffins. There's 4 muffins, like gourmet muffins. They were so good, and it came with like a little letter, and it just says, Emma and Jono, congratulations on your miracle baby and all the best for the rest of your pregnancy. Love, Mandy. And I just love getting things like this, you know, and I love the fact that people are realizing just the importance of like this baby. Like all babies are important, but just this wasn't meant to be, you know, this pregnancy. So well, it was meant to be, obviously, but I just love how people are just taking the time out to really congratulate us on this baby, and so I really appreciate it. Thank you. And the muffins didn't arrive when she had ordered them to arrive, and they came a little bit like they'd been shaken around a bit, so she got on the phone to them, and then we got a second package of muffins. So we've had, it was really nice. So I think this week that's all I need to talk about. We're in the second week of the school holidays at the moment, so we've been busy. Kids have been keeping me really busy. It's been a little bit hard because of all my pregnancy symptoms and trying to keep them busy, but generally we just go out in the mornings, and then we're back by kind of early afternoon, so then I can rest, and then the kids are kind of wanting to rest by then too. And I think that's all. I said last week I was going to tell you guys all about our the risks involved in this pregnancy. But I'm not going to this week, because next week I meet my midwife, and we're going to have a full chat about that. So I thought next week in my 7-week update, so I will make my 7-week update next Monday, after I've seen my midwife, and I'll talk to you guys all about kind of the risks involved and what her plan is and everything. I'll kind of base the video around that. So I hope you guys all have a great week. I hope you all saw it. I put up a video yesterday, just kind of our week sort of meshed into one. It was just a few clips of our week. I'm going to try and do that most weeks, just, I don't know, just what we get up to, and put it into kind of a weekly vlog. I will link that below if you have not seen it, and I will see you guys in my next update. Bye!